Welcome back, Josh Denning here, and in the last video I took you through why the way most businesses are doing online lead generation is really broken, and also gave you the insight into how great it really can be when it's done right. Now, we also gave you an interactive calculator so you could do your own numbers and see how much is out there that you really could be bringing in. I hope you took some time to really play with the calculator I gave you. You did right. What's that? You ran some numbers on your business, and you've begun to see just how much money you're leaving on the table, right? And you know just how much faster you could be achieving your business goals. Is that what I hear? I knew you would. I knew that's what I'd hear, and I knew you were smarter than I was back when I was living, in that small storage room with those 5 girls in my own personal soup kitchen before I learned the secrets of rapid business growth that I'm now imparting to you. So look, okay, enough mucking around. I'm glad you ran those numbers though, and look, if you didn't, make sure you do after this, because it will be even clearer for you how this all really works. So now we're going to totally bust the BS once and for all. I'm going to peel away the curtain for you, remove the chain, and take you behind the velvet rope. It's time for you to see the other side. This is really one of those blue pill, red pill moments. You know, if you stop watching this video now, you can go to bed tonight, wake up tomorrow, and keep living your life as you always have. Your business will remain the same, your life will remain the same, and you can remain in the awareness you've always had. Or you stay with me and I'll take you to Wonderland. I'll show you just how deep the rabbit hole really goes, and you'll get to see what's really possible and start to understand exactly how this stuff is done. Only one difference: your life and business on the other side of this matrix, as opposed to Neo's matrix, is actually amazing, limitless and unbounded, where you'll not only escape status quo in your life and business, you'll tear it up into tiny little pieces and leave it all behind you. So, ready? Open up. I'm handing you the red pill, and we're going on a one-way trip to Wonderland, baby. Okay, here we go. Let's take 2 businesses. Business A is your new business. Business B is the business much like that of everyone else still living in blue pill land. We're starting with business A as we go through this, which is your business from here forward. Now, you're lean, you're mean, and you're scrappy. You don't care about fans, you don't care about followers, you don't care about doing anything other than doing right by your customers and turning yourself a really good, healthy profit. This is where things get really quite exciting. Let's say you're using simple, solid systems of direct response marketing. Nothing groundbreaking, nothing fancy, and you're running paid ads to your lead capture page. You're using AdWords and you're using Facebook paid traffic. And let's say you're really doing well enough that you're investing $10,000 a month into online paid ads, which is $333.33 a day. Now that may sound like a lot to you, or it may be minuscule compared to what you already spend on marketing. Either way, the truth is, even on that budget, you're only just warming up with what's actually possible. You can spend less to start, but let's move onward. Let's say you have an average first sale price of $500, and you pay on average $5 for every visitor or click to your lead capture pages. 20% of the visitors to your lead capture pages become new leads, and 30% of your leads become new customers. These numbers, as far as most businesses go, they're okay. They're actually pretty good, really. But can you do better? Sure. However, let's take a closer look at your numbers as they are right now. So your $10,000 buys you 2,000 visitors to your carefully crafted lead capture web pages. And we know your page converts visitors into leads at a rate of 20%. This gives you 400 new leads each month on that advertising spend. Now, we know that you convert 30% of those leads to customers, right? This gives you 120 new customers each month, and your average customer transaction value is $500. So $500 per customer times 120 customers gives you $50,000 in new monthly one-time revenue, or $40,000 after ad spend. 400% return on ad spend? I'd say eat your heart out, Warren Buffett, on that one. Can't do that in the stock market. All pretty simple at this stage and really not bad. You now have a $600,000 annual revenue just from first-time buyers. However, it doesn't stop there, right? That's just the beginning. You've also set up a sequence to follow up your customers, and because of that, 25% of your customers repeat visit 2 times every year. So for every 120 new customers each month, you get 30 customers that request services twice more each year. Fairly easy to do. Believe it or not, a lot of your follow-up to create these repeat customers is done virtually on 100% autopilot. And over 12 months, that equals you getting an additional 720 new sales. Those sales have a value to you of $360,000 for the year. Now your business is making $960,000 a year in revenue. It's getting a little bit better, but you don't stop there. You see, you've educated yourself. You're a smart entrepreneur that knows the math, knows the numbers, and knows how to scale. And you also survey your customers and split them into promoters, neutrals, and detractors. Promoters are your customers that scored an 8 to 10 on a scale of 0 to 10 on a simple survey that basically says, how likely are you to refer a friend to us? You do great stuff with all 3 customer types, but let's keep it simple for now and only look at your promoters. 50% of your clients score as promoters, and they're automatically asked for referrals at just the right time. Now stay with me because the math gets a little more challenging here. 50% of the people you asked recommend you to 2 friends, which basically means 25% of all your customers recommend 2 people, which is awesome. That's 30 people that refer 2 friends, which gives you 60 referrals every month. Now, a further 20% of these referrals become twice a year customers, and a stack of them become one-time customers. Just on these repeat customers though, you bring in a further $60,000 a year, and you didn't spend anything on marketing to win these customers. And they're also easier to win. Now, your little business is bringing in $1,020,000 a year. And in simple terms, all you need to do to double it is to double your ad spend. Or you can also add another traffic source. You can increase your prices. There is a lot you can do to start performing even better on this business. But guess what? If you just increase your prices by 30%, that extra money is primarily all profits. But it gets even better. Remember those 400 people that inquire every month? They're all going on your email database. And anytime you need to create an influx of customers or leads for your team, you only need to run a promotion to your email database, and voila, you and your family can have that holiday you've been planning for quite a while quite easily. And that is a nice position to be in with a business. True? I think so. So you start to scale, and eventually you're spending $1,000 a day across Google, Facebook, and YouTube. Your cost per lead stays about the same, and your conversion rates still hold strong. For every $1,000 you spend, you're getting 40 leads and email database growth every day. 30% of them are becoming customers. That's 12 new sales per day, which is a total of $6,000 in total daily revenue. $5,000 of that is net after ad spend. Different to actual net, this is after ad spend. $5,000 ain't bad, but you want more. So you start to scale up to spending $2,000 a day on ads. Your conversions still hold, and now you're getting 80 leads a day, and 30% of them are buying. That means you're getting 24 new clients per day, or $12,000 in new daily revenue. Did you notice how the numbers suddenly got big when you just focused on what really mattered? The math and science of the business and conversion. Your net is $10,000 after advertising now, per day, $3.65 million a year, not including any of the repeat customers or any of the referrals or referrals of the referrals, which bumps it up significantly when you look at those numbers as well. Oh, and by the way, your email and qualified leads database is now 29,200 people strong after 12 months of doing this. And anytime you want a surge of new clients, you can send an email with a promotion, or if you want to go hog wild crazy and do some real work, send them a giant oversized postcard with a holiday promotion and watch the sales come pouring in when that's done well. There's actually a lot more you can do beyond that. But let's end this case study here for now, as for most business people, this would certainly meet their business goals at least for a good while. It's funny how when you start to grow, you want to grow more though. I hope for now this highlighted that when managed well, paid traffic as a front-end client attraction channel becomes the catalyst for rapid growth, and it's almost no matter what the business, providing it's all carefully crafted and the time is invested to get it right, and everything I mentioned earlier is all in place. You see, most people that look at paid ads don't see all the possibilities. They're wearing almost blinders because there's no one there with the experience in paid advertising to properly guide them on how to get it operational, how to leverage it, and then how to exponentially increase the value of every lead, a critical point. They rarely get to see all the ways to turn the initial inquiries into predictable referrals, into consistent repeat customers, and how to get the dashboards in place to scale the business without the fear that a lot of entrepreneurs have around this area, nor the fact that they're building a base of customers that will buy again and again and again with the right customer experience strategy baked into the strategic level. Is this the easiest stuff in the world? No, definitely not. Can it be done with the right focus and commitment? Absolutely. All you did was watch your numbers and gradually scale up your ads. And if that sounds simple, it's because it is simple. It's not easy, but it is simple. People are doing this every single day. It's how real fortunes are made online and offline through this simple process of turning advertising into profits. Does it take guts? Yes. Simple? Again, yes, to a degree. And even eventually easy if you focus and if you put in the initial work, and if you don't fall for the easy allure of free traffic and other stupid loopholes pursued and created by people who are either too lazy, too afraid, or too ignorant to simply learn how to advertise profitably. But I'm getting ahead of myself now. Let's look at the other guys, the so-called smart kids on the block. Enter Business B. These guys are all the rage. They've got the skinny jeans, they've got the cool office in the old industrial building that's been converted into lofts, and heck, they've even got the lingo. They're using words like, growth hacking and saying things like, with mass media fading away and the onslaught of mass customization and niching on the web, marketing as we know it for the last 100 years has died. Seriously, there are actually people that talk like that, and they believe it, while listening to some band that you're not cool enough to know about and sipping on craft microbrew beer. They talk about creating self-perpetuating marketing machines using viral loops and being present across all social media channels. I am not making this up. Tons of people out there think this is sage, wizard, wise advice. They get a domain name with a .io extension, and they borrow a bunch of money from friends, family and fools, and maybe even manage to get some venture capital or just use all their savings, like I've definitely done in the past. Not to mention there's 1,000, if not 1,000,000 SMEs buying into this same insanity we're just about to get into in various forms. They take their money and they hire the most creative marketing teams possible. Why? Because the most essential characteristic of a growth hacker is creativity. Why sell stuff when you can be creative? This creative brilliance yields amazing videos, memes, posts, micro content, and all the BS under the sun, all posted to social media and all shared. They get super pumped and excited about the shares, and last time I checked, my team don't accept shares as payment for their time. Neither do I. Due to their immense popularity as evidenced by the followers and shares they get more funding from more fools, yes, and expand to more organic social outlets, and produce more social content because paid Facebook ads aren't cool and selling is for bad people. Not wanting to stoop so low as to, God forbid, create a service or a real product, or God forbid, write a sales letter or design a sales process, they quickly realize the real money is in selling ads on their newly minted network of Web 3.0 media properties. So they do, and they make money. They get major brands to pay them to run ads on their sites, they get paid to mention products in their tweets and on their feeds, and they get free stuff from companies who want to be featured on their FaceSnapBookTweet.io feed. Life is indeed blissful. Until Facebook makes an algorithm change and their posts are no longer seen as much or at all, like now, or until Google changes their search algorithm and they're no longer getting free traffic from those rankings that they had on those 10 keywords, or until Twitter goes out of fashion. Oh, actually, that happened already, right? Yeah. So, or until Facebook Snap Book Tweet starts giving priority to advertisers, which by the way is already happening on every single social platform and is going to get worse and worse for businesses and everyone by the day. And when that happens, the business is gone. And same for any business relying on any kind of social media or channel that can't be predictably controlled, tracked and measured with bankable metrics. When that happens to business B, there is no real system in place to produce revenue, there is no assets, and there is no way to put $1 into a machine and get $1.50 back out in a consistent and predictable manner. And if you ain't got that, you ain't got nothing, as my old boy always used to say to me. And every single business falling for the social media craze is leaving themselves wide open to a great big gaping risk, just as bad as the businesses relying on luck in video 1, especially if you don't have business A nailed first. It's not if it will blow up, but when. It already did on Facebook, absolutely. Now, to reach your million fans, even once on Facebook, you need to pay to boost your post to the people you paid to get in the first place. It's madness, and almost everyone is blinded by this craze, but not you. You're awake, you're aware, and way too smart for it. You've seen it all before. So which business would you rather have? Business A or business B? A, that's right. Good choice. Funnily though, A is the less popular choice these days. It's not trendy, it's not cool, and it appears to make work harder, at least at first. Why? Because turning advertising into profits takes skills, it takes patience, and it takes risks. Most people won't do the work to gain the skills, they won't stick it through the endless array of shiny objects and distractions, and I say, good. Leaves more room for you, leaves more room for us. You're now on the other side of the matrix, seeing all. You can see the whole picture and ready to start your journey to become the self-actualized version of business A. The business that may not be the hippest, coolest, latest, creative, fluffy, trendy fad measured in likes, fans, and followers, but it is damn sure the business that will allow you to sleep well at night, and the business that will allow you to, through science, skill, tact, and measurement, to create all your dreams faster than anything else known. Where else can you get 100% plus return? Certainly not in the stock market, and definitely not in the bank. And it, my friend, is measured in sales, conversion, profit per lead, and dollars in, dollars out. I don't know about you, but I'm betting if you're still with me, the choice is unquestionably obvious. The blue pill leads to fool's gold, folly, and frustration. The red pill leads you to fortune, freedom, fun, and favor with many. It takes work, yes, but work that pays in dividends higher than any bank, greater than any stock market, and leaves you wisely employing your dollars so that they all come home for you merrily with friends in strong numbers. I know you'll choose wisely. Okay, so with that, in video 3, you'll get to hear about 3 real-life case studies of business owners that have chosen wisely and had their lives and businesses totally transformed through applying the correct methodologies of business scale. And once again, if you're ready, you can just skip ahead of video 3 below, or if you need to ponder these concepts or listen to them again, we'll be sending you reminders in email about video 3 over the coming days. So look, thanks for staying with me. I'll talk to you really soon.